Welcome everyone to the lesson. And then we're going to do a few centering breaths. So here, feet about shoulder width apart, relaxing the face and the shoulders. And then from here, reaching up, breathing in. And breathing out, bending the knees a little bit. Breathe in and reach. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do one more. Breathe in and reach. And breathe out, bend the knees. Okay, from here, using the stomach when breathing, abdominal breathing. So this might not feel very intuitive at first, mostly because we've been spending so much time breathing with the chest, but this is how we were born breathing. So basically, when you breathe in, allow your stomach to expand. And when you breathe out, gently squeeze it in, but relax the face. Breathe in again, big breath. And breathe out. Breathe in, stomach expands. And breathe out, squeeze the belly in. Two more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Trying to keep the focus on the stomach, continuing with the abdominal breathing, but adding some arm movement. Big circle like you're swimming, elbows come together, forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathe in, big circle. Breathe out, elbows together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, stomach expands. Breathe out, squeeze the belly in. Let's do one more like this. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, we're going to reverse direction. So like you're pulling, it circles around and the back of the hands touch. Turn the palms up, pull, circle around, breathing in, breathing out, pushing with the legs, bending the knees a little bit, breathing in, and breathing out. Okay, shoulders all the way up, breathe in, and breathe out. Okay, we're going to start by shaking the 98s. So first we start by just shaking the hands, kind of just relaxing the body a little bit. And it's interesting because yesterday I was telling my students here in McMinnville how when you're doing Qigong, when you're doing Tai Chi, to an outside observer, it maybe doesn't look like you're doing much. But as you can see, there's many, many layers and there's a lot going on. Enough to help keep your mind focused on your body so you're here present in the moment. So now here we're going to start to bounce. You can always keep the heels down, lifting the heels, that is up to you. And now we're shaking the hands because we're bouncing and because the shoulders are bouncing. So relaxing the whole body, activating it at the same time. So releasing tension and activating the body. I recommend this movement throughout the day. Feels great. So now we're going to start to go side to side. So still bouncing, but lifting one heel at a time, starting to move the spine a little bit more. Looking behind you if you can, if it makes you dizzy, looking forward. Still bouncing and shaking the hands. Okay, when you stop, feeling that tingling sensation, fingertips, blood rushing down, also awareness in chi. So from here, we're going to swing the whiskers. Similar movement without the bouncing. Again, looking behind you if you can, or looking forward. No tension in your arms. Just let them fall on your stomach, on your back. Okay, back to the center, recentering, breathe in. And breathe out straight down. One more like this, inhale. And exhale. Okay, I want to work on the neck a little bit, but first we're going to anchor the feet. Feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider, so always listening to your body. And from here, starting with the feet, pushing down with the toes, especially the big toe, the little toe, and also the heel, like an eagle gripping a branch. Relaxing the shoulders and then starting to loosen up the neck. So looking to the right side and the left, 3 times each side, full range of motion. And when you're done with 3 times, then half circles from one shoulder to the other. Releasing the tension in the neck, face, shoulders. Okay, from here, we're going to bring the shoulders up again, breathe in. And then very gently down, 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 down. One more, breathe in. And breathe out, shoulders down. Okay, from here, we're going to let the head drop to the side. So breathing in, looking forward. And when you breathe out, just let your head fall and push that shoulder down a little bit. Back to the center, breathe in. Other side. One more on each side, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, we're going to take it just one step further with the stretch. So this one, we're going to bring the hand up, pull the fingers back behind you, and the arm goes back behind you. Feeling the stretch already? Push that shoulders down, breathe in, and then let your head fall. Breathe in again. And one more stretch. Bring your arm back. Let's do it on the other side. Pull the fingers back behind you. Bring your arm back, shoulder down, breathe in. And let your head fall. Breathe in again. And stretch. Okay, bring your arm back. We're going to start to roll the shoulders back. Always listening to your body, going with your range of motion, but also your speed. If a movement doesn't feel right, you can slow it down or just wait for the next. Let's roll the other direction. A few more circles. Okay. Now I want to start to move the arms a little bit higher. So this one, we're going to bring the arms all the way up. If you have something going on with your shoulders, you should adjust and go with your range of motion. So first we turn the waist and the arms go up to your level. And then we turn the waist again and the arms come down. Now adding the legs, pushing with the legs, reaching up. And here bending the knees a little bit, sinking down. The breath, breathe in and reach. Breathe out, sinking down. Let's add the stomach. Breathe in, stomach expands. And breathe out, squeeze the belly in. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, reversing direction, facing left, reaching. and sinking. Breathing in, breathing out. And let's do one more on that side. Stomach expands and squeeze the belly in. Okay, back to the center. Let's work on the hips a little bit. So here, keeping the head more or less in one place, moving the hips around, full range of motion, adjusting if you have lower back pain or sciatic pain. Starting very slow, see how it feels. Okay, from here we're gonna go the other direction. Just a few more circles. Okay, before we take care of the legs, I want to do one more for stretching the upper body. This one is going to go up and down, and again, adjusting. If your arm is just here, it's all good. If you can reach all the way up, make sure to pull the fingers back. We want to feel that stretch. Same with the bottom hand. I'm going to push against the floor, pull the fingers back, and here you can stay right here, or add a little bit more of a stretch. If you add the stretch, make sure your hip doesn't kick out. We just want to move the upper body. Now we're going to switch. Go up to your level. You can stay here or add the stretch. Now Qigong is movement, breath, and mindfulness coming together. So we're going to add the breath to this, breathing in. And that is one way to be mindful. Breathe out. Switching, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Okay. Let's make sure we have nice warm hands. However you want to do it, clapping, maybe shaking a little bit more, rubbing. And with really nice warm hands, we're going to massage the knees. So bringing more circulation, waking up the knees a little bit, massaging the front, the side, the back. Both knees. And then bringing the feet together. Starting with small knee bends, bending the knee just a little bit. 1, the back is flat, the legs are straight. 2, we bend the knees. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Let's do one more like this. And then keeping the feet together, the knees together, it supports the knees. Small circles in one direction. Switch direction. Okay, now all the way up, I want to stretch the hamstrings a little bit, and I'll show you 2 ways. So for some of us, high blood pressure, maybe vertigo, maybe something going on with the spine, we should not do the inversion. If that's the case, you can use a chair, perhaps, always listening to your body. So the movement is a very simple inversion, aiming at stretching the back of the legs. So the movement will simply reaching up first so we can lengthen the spine a little bit, and then we'll go down, keeping the legs straight so we can stretch a little bit. So if you should not go down in this fashion, you can always reach up with us and then go here and just relax your head and still feel some stretch. It doesn't address the back of the legs as much, but at least you're getting some back stretch. Okay, let's do 3 breaths like this. Breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out, down. Relax your head, breathe in again. And when you move up, you have 2 ways. You can bend the knees and roll up, or keep the back straight and the legs straight. So listening to your body and using the way that makes sense for you. Breathing in and breathe out. Relax your head, breathe in and breathe out all the way up. Last one, breathe in, reach, lengthen the spine, and then down to your level. Breathe in again, and all the way up. Okay, working on the ankles a little bit so you can hold on to something. Opening the foot so the knee and the toes go in the same direction. All the weight is here, bend the knee. And when we move the ankle, the goal is really to move the ankle full range of motion. So here, pointing as much as you can, pulling back as much as you can, and doing this throughout the day. The more you move your feet throughout the day, the more that communication between the brain and the foot happens. It's called proprioception, and it really helps with balance. So here, we want to start to move the ankle in circles. So if you keep your toes down, make sure that it's not just here. We want to have that full circle. You can lift as well, up to you. And then we're going to circle the other way. Finally, switching side, opening the foot a little bit, relaxing the shoulders, bending the knee so your center of gravity comes down a little bit. Another thing that helps with balance. Point and pull back. Full range. Toes touch or lift, up to you, but go for the, not as much for a balance position here, but go for that ankle rotation. So that's what's really important in this one. Switch direction. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do some Tai Chi, and then we're gonna mix it up with Qigong. Tai Chi is amazing. However, if we do a lot of Tai Chi, a lot of arm movements, if there's any tension in your face and your shoulders or in your legs, typically the back is the one that starts to feel it. So we want to do a little Tai Chi and then do a little Qigong to help release that tension, maybe release a little bit of that discomfort that maybe would start accumulating itself. So the first thing we're going to do with our Tai Chi is starting with the lower body. This is what I call a high horse position. So the feet are shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. The feet are parallel, but depending on your knees, it's okay to let the feet go out, but the knees need to go out. So what happens a lot is this. I see this a lot in the students. So the knees cave in, and it's because it's usually weaker on the inside, but it's really not a good alignment for the knee. It's not supportive of the knee. So what we want to do is to start to build muscles in the correct alignment so that we can build the inside of the legs as much as the outside. So here, either feet out, knees out, or feet straight and then knees straight. So when you reach up, watching the shoulders, and when you reach down, you don't want to be leaning forward or letting your knees go forward too much. The image that I like to use is this idea of sliding down a wall. So you're kind of trying to keep your back more or less straight. So that's what we're going for here. So if I show you a back view or side view, so here, So I'm not going to be here as much. I just want to stay with the shoulders above the hips as much as possible. So just here, small movement, like you're sliding down the wall, breathing in, reaching up, and breathe out. So the movement I want to show you today is called brush the knee and push. There's actually a lot of moving pieces in it. The arms are doing different things. So now we're starting to talk about more of a brain exercise, if you want, which is great. But if it feels a little too overwhelming, always go back to the foundation, which is what we're doing now. So starting with the legs, and then maybe doing the lesson more than once as you build it up and get more familiar with each piece as they fall into place. Okay. All right, so this is the arm movement. There we go. The arm goes up, and then you bring it to your ear if you want. And then what happens is you let your hand fall forward, and you push, and then you sit the wrist. So this goes up like you're picking an apple if you want. Bring it to your ear, drop your hand, and push forward. So just going over the shape of the movement, there's many, many layers in this. But we always have to start with the beginning. So we have to learn how to add numbers before we can do multiplications. So here, working on the shape. Up. Relaxing the shoulder. That would be your number one thing to think about. Well, the very number one thing would be, are my legs in the correct alignment? Because we are holding a high horse position. So if your legs go out of alignment, you're building muscle strength in an alignment that's not supportive for you. So that would be your number one focus, if you want. But then we focus so much on the arms that sometimes we forget about the legs. If that's the case, then you can always go up and just focus on the upper body so you don't have to worry about your legs. If this feels good, then we're multitasking. We're building up lower body strength, engaging the legs, working on lymphatic system. At the same time, practicing our Taichi. Okay, let's do it on the other side. So up. And I just want to say that when you're building new neural pathways in your brain, when you're learning something new, it takes a minimum of doing the same motion over and over for a very minimum of 5 minutes. That's how we can build those new pathways in the brain. For the purpose of the lesson, we're not going to do each movement 5 minutes, but I just want to let you know, if you find that you're not remembering the movement, it's because we haven't done it long enough, basically. And 5 minutes is a bare minimum, so it might be a little longer. So up, bring it in. And the reason why we practice one arm at a time, it's kind of this idea to install that piece so that when the other piece comes in, we don't have to worry about the first one as much. So up and here. Okay. Now, what is the second hand doing when the first one is doing that? It's going to do this. It's going to come down 45. And then it's going to draw a half circle. So I'm going to show you a side view. So the hand is going to come up, down 45, and draw a half circle. Up, down, half circle. So the movements are typically very smooth. So how do you get the arm to move smoothly? It has to do with the speed. Trying to keep the same speed from the beginning to the end. And that usually comes later. That timing piece always comes last. Down and half circle. So it looks like you're clearing a table. This one comes down, and then I clear the table. And what this is really, Tai Chi is martial. So the movement is martial in nature. It is used for health and wellness. It is used to help heal the body, but the movement is martial. So this is a block, and this is a clear. That's really what we're doing with this. Up and down, half circle across. Let's try on the other side. Up, 45, half circle. Up. Now there's so many pieces. I'm already pushing with the legs and sinking down, but you don't have to. If you want to add that piece, you're welcome to. Another piece is the breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe out. Okay, there we go. Let's do both at the same time. So let's go back up so we don't have to worry about the alignment of the upper body. Let's do one little stretch first. So shoulders. If there was any tension, you're always welcome to stretch at any time. So reaching up first. Make sure the shoulders stay down and you're reaching, lengthening the torso. And then down to your level, maybe just keeping your head here and relaxing, or all the way down. Breathe in again. And moving all the way back up. Okay. So when we move with both hands at the same time, it looks like this. So we're here, down, across, and this one pushes forward. And this is called sitting the wrist. So it is flat, and then I just let it fall a little bit. Then both come back up, ear, down, cross, and push. So the timing is a lot more complex than this. I'm breaking it down more in a robotic fashion. But this is what I find the best way to learn. Let's break it down. Let's have the foundation. And then we can start to add the timing. So down and push forward. Goes up. Hand down, arm down, clear, and push. So that's why it's called brush the knee and push. So it doesn't look like we're brushing the knee right now, but the movement was designed to be done in a Tai Chi walking stance. So if I show you, when you go a little bit lower, then it looks like you're brushing the knee and being much lower. But this is a block, and this is a clear, and this is basically an attack. The movement is martial, but we use it with the intention of healing. So let's go back here to our movement. You can stay all the way up and just focus on the arms if you want, or you can go down in position. If you go down in position, make sure that the alignment is there. So the more you hold position, the more your body will remember the correct alignment, and then you don't have to worry about it as much. It becomes just muscle memory. Down and push. So it goes up. Let's do it one more time on that side. Down and push. Okay. Other side. So now this arm goes up. Push. And this hand will fold. Down 45, half circle. Okay. Up that's one of the reasons why Tai Chi is great for the body, but also the mind. Because you're learning something new, connecting the left and the right side of the brain as your arms are doing something different. Up, down, 45, and push. Let's do one more on that side. We'll stretch just a little bit more. And then just for a few minutes, I want to have fun alternating sides. So if this is brand new and you're already trying to figure out the process of this, then you can go back to just breathing smoothly as we play with both sides. So I'll leave it up to you. So first, let's stretch a little bit. All the way up, breathe in. And breathe out, down. Breathe in again. And all the way up. Rolling the shoulders. Okay, there we go. This is a little bit more advanced, but we're just going to play with it for a minute or two. So I'm going to switch side. But we're going to go slow. So here, down, and forward. Switching sides, so this hand folds, the other one reaches up, down. Now, if this feels good to you, we can start to add some of the timing pieces, which would be the breath, making sure that your shoulders are relaxed. This is breathing in, and this is breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the face. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, good. So the piece that's missing when doing brush the knee and push is actually the Tai Chi walking. So not for today, but we would learn to walk with the shift and all the different details that has to do with that Tai Chi walking. And once that's installed, then we start to add this piece and all the timing that comes with it. So it's a lot of fun, but it takes just a little bit of time to build it up. Okay, so I want to release a little bit more tension perhaps in the back, kind of nurture the spine a little bit. So here I want to do a movement that is called cat gazing at the moon. It's from the 8 Pieces of Brocade, so it is a Qigong movement. So this one is basically your hands just above the kneecap and then you look up. But it's not looking up, it's pushing the heart forward. So we have a nice curvature in the spine. The shoulder blades go down and in, pushing the heart forward. And from this place, then we look up. So we don't want to crank the neck. We want the whole spine to arch a little bit. So here, focusing on the heart, looking up. And then rounding the spine, bringing the chin to the chest. Let's go back forward, with pushing the heart forward, looking up and breathing in. And then breathe out, squeeze the belly in. Breathe in again, look up. And breathe out, squeeze the belly in. So this one, we're gonna add a twist to it. So breathing in. And when you breathe out, twist and look over the shoulder. Back to the center. Inhale. And exhale, twist. One more twist on each side. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, all the way up. Rolling the shoulders. Okay, the last one I want to do is also from the 8 pieces of brocade. So going back to stretching a little bit. I'm going to bring the chair. I want to show you 2 ways to do it. So this one also has an inversion. So if you should not do the inversion, you can use the chair. So let me show you the movement. Basically, we're gathering, touching the floating ribs. So you have liver, gallbladder points here, and it's related to the connective tissue, and it helps to loosen things up if you want. So we're touching, engaging those points, and then we'll be supporting the back. When you're supporting the back, you can just look up or look forward, really listening to your body on this one. And you can bring your hands here and relax your head. And then when we're ready to go up, you go back up as well. Or following the back of the legs down to your level, maybe it's just here or even higher. And then the inside of the legs back up and reset. So that will be one cycle. So you can have the feet together or a little bit of space. It's more stable if you have a little bit of space. So here, supporting the back, opening the chest, looking up. Back of the legs down. And then all the way back up. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, resetting, gathering, supporting, opening, forward and down. And then all the way up. Let's add the breath. This is breathing in. If the breathing pattern is too slow, you can always breathe at your own pace. This is breathing out. All the way down again, breathing in. And breathing out all the way up. Let's do a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, down. And breathe out, up. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out all the way up. Okay, 3 closing breaths. So here we're going to turn to the right. Breathe in, looking up, and breathe out, looking left. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. At the end of the lesson, we clap because we did something for our body and mind. Okay. I'm going to open it up for questions.